Yo, hajun, bro. Hajun, where are you at, my son? Come on into the fucking call, bro. Answer the command, join PC. Yo, what's good, hajun?
Yeah, you're agnostic, correct?
Yeah, you could just give your argumentation. Like, what's your stance on abortion, anyways? Like, you're
Yeah,
like,
I'll take, I'll take pro-life. But what's your normative ethics view, and what's your account of harm?
wait, hold on a second. I can't. You kind of cut out. You typed it out. You're cutting out.
Yeah, I'm not even speaking, so I don't know how I'm cutting out.
What do you mean you're not speaking? You're speaking right now. What the fuck?
I was speaking, but when you said that, I wasn't.
So wait, hold on. When that action occurs, that means it happened within that specific time
Care
frame.
for a meta debate. Wait. I don't care for a meta debate, so I'm not going to engage with that. But yeah, again, what's your account of harm and normative ethics view?
So you want my view of abortion, right? Right.
You said what?
Pretty sure I already gave my sense to abortion or just upon like that topic in general. Like I don't care about all the other stuff.
Wait. Your mic's kind of like weird. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but your mic gives like this weird sound, like you're not near your mic or whatever, like you're in a hallway. Can you speak closer?
Yeah, but yeah, I already gave my stance up on abortion. I just don't see how that's gonna be relevant. We could just run the topic. I don't think you need my any other sense for that. I already gave it a
You're
on
agnostic. You're agnostic, right?
yeah, I gave an agnostic moral viewpoint towards that situation.
So, what's your account of harm and normative ethics view? Like,
You go ahead and like define what that is real quick.
which one? I said multiple things.
Yeah, both those things we just said.
Yeah, normative ethics just refers to basically like your what you view or how you view interpreting things as good and bad. Basically, your moral standards.
Yeah, you already have that. It's just agnostic.
You're agnostic on a normative ethics view, so how can you debate applied ethics then?
I wasn't referring to like all like insights one thing. I'm talking about a specific set. So when I say about where I'm agnostic, I'm talking about a specific set within applied ethics. So I'm referring to all. When I say all, I'm invoking the set. So when I mention the set, I'm invoking the set. I'm not talking about like applied ethics in like this general system. I'm just talking singularly conjuncting this state of affairs to the
That's just a word salad. Just say it.
Wait, hold on. You know I define what a word salad is.
Yeah, basically just putting unnecessary words together. I don't see why any of that is necessary.
That's not a word salad. Do you know what a word salad is?
Yeah, I just defined it.
Yeah, so that's not going to be a word salad. You don't know that, right?
Why can't it be colloquially defined?
That's just incoherent and jumbled together. No, when I said was coherent, and you said what that is just unnecessary wording. That's called pleonasm. There's an analytical distinction between that. That's not the same thing. So
wait, Chacha. Why can't I give a colloquial definition?
Well, repeat that. Go ahead.
I don't know what "guh" means, but anyway,
no,
that
I
part's
said go ahead.
too.
I said go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways. So what do you mean by general assent of abortion? What do you mean by that?
I mean, the topic like about abortion, if it's like good or bad, I gave that specific sense, that specific view. I'm not talking about applied ethics within totality and several topics which we can apply it to.
Can you repeat that? Your mic's like weird.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that I'm only applying that to a specific set about applied ethics. When you say that no matter stance, you're referring to applied ethics in general. I'm talking about a specific set of that, and I'm just agnostic upon this specific set within that no matter stance. It's just not the same as it is within totality of about applied ethics. So I could debate about a specific set within applied ethics. It's not the same as all of applied ethics as you're trying to invoke.
I didn't bring up applied ethics specifically, but
You
so
said,
are you?
you
Wait, wait,
asked me
wait,
a
wait, wait.
question.
Chill, 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 chill,
No, no,
chill,
no, no,
chill,
no,
chill,
no,
chill,
no,
chill,
no.
chill, chill,
You
chill, chill,
asked me
chill,
a
chill,
question.
chill,
You
chill,
asked
chill,
me a
chill. No,
question.
I
What
didn't
are
ask
your
you a
debates?
question. I
Applied
just
ethics.
stated
It's not going
something,
to be
not a
agnostic.
question. Okay, I
What
don't
I
know why you're
said about
interjecting, but I didn't even finish my point, so let me finish. Anyways, what's it called? So are you agnostic on normative ethics? Yes or no? Just want to be clear on that.
are you referring to the specific set or in general?
What do you mean in like in general, as in like you have a normative ethics view?
So, in general, about nomadic ethics, about a specific set, about a topic, or in general, as referring to the totality about each topic, each set, what like each set of
Yeah,
topics.
I just explained that. Are you in do you have a normative ethics view in general? Normative ethics only refers to like views on what is considered morally good and bad. Basically, for example,
Yeah, so that's
utilitarianism.
multiple sets and multiple topics about what can be good and bad. That's why I'm asking,
Yeah,
and which we can apply because there
can
could
you
be all within a
wait?
specific. We could be
Can you
referring
give
to
an example?
all these topics. Oh, yeah, sure. We can. I can give you an example. Say for an example, murder. Right? There's multiple topics about murder that could be considered
That's
about like
applied ethics.
if it's good. Yeah, that's what
That's
applied ethics. You can give some
no,
form of norm to applied ethics. What are you talking? Applied
listen.
ethics means variables about like no
I,
matter.
I I know what applied ethics mean. I'm talking about normative ethics. They're different.
Wait, how so? Go ahead.
Yeah, applied ethics just means how we apply our normative views toward certain things, and normative ethics just means what we consider or how we like what's it called, distinguish or come to conclusions on what is good and bad. For example, if I were utilitarianism, I would say anything that benefits more people than not, I would consider that good, and I would consider, for example, veganism good because it benefits more people.
Yo,
So in
so
applied
you're
ethics,
basically just repeating what I said. That's about it. You're just
no,
repeating what I said. Yes,
no,
you
I'm
are.
not. No, because
Yes,
you
you are.
brought up murder. Wait, 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 wait. You brought up murder,
No,
but that's
no,
what I'm.
hold on,
Wait, wait,
hold
wait,
on.
wait,
No,
wait.
you
I don't
asked.
know
No, hold
okay,
on.
I
I
don't know
brought up
why you're
murder for
interjecting. I
example.
literally just
No,
started. I
no,
don't
no,
know why you're
no, no, no,
interjecting.
no. I'm gonna cut you off
No,
because
no,
it's
no,
not
no, no,
random.
no. Yeah, you
You're
cut me
asking
off
for a
for no reason.
specific
You didn't even let
example.
me finish. I got into 3 words. All right, so now that what I'm saying, murder is an implied ethics view because you apply normative ethics towards it. You try to like come to conclusions. Okay, this is bad because it, for example, does not benefit people. Like for example, going off of a utilitarianism view, we would say murder is bad because it leads to bad mental states and physical harm towards the person and their family members.
Okay, so yeah, that's applied ethics to get that, but you also
Yeah,
asked me
yeah,
if
yeah.
I about what's in normative ethics, right? Normative ethics can contain and how we apply so that's how we apply like and gather debates. That's how we're gonna fucking invoke the set about a debate or topics which we can debate. Use our applied stances to gather this.
Pardon?
So basically, like since we could just go back to the point real quick. I'm not meta debating. I'm just saying you asked me for a specific example, and I gave you an example where we can apply our ethics and gain a set in which we can debate. Because I'm asking you which like freaking sense about which topic, etc., which set there is. You asked me for an example about which set there is. I gave you a set about murder and etc. Murder is how we apply our ethics, and we can gain this topic through the normatives, and we can reach conclusions by giving substances for our ethical viewpoints. So yeah, I
So
gave you an example. Yes, that's applied ethics. That's cool.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
give a distinction, but still, I still gave you a set which can just be justified as a actual like answer because yeah, applied ethics is just the freaking method we gain to like have a debate about the normatic stuff.
Okay,
Like that's
when I was in reference to like a set of normative ethics, using an applied ethic topic doesn't qualify for that like standard because normative ethics is not the same as applied ethics. If I were to debate, for example, is it egoist? I don't know. We'll say natural law theorists versus utilitarianism. That would be a normative ethic view or debate saying, oh, well, is
yeah.
murder
No,
or
no,
going
wait,
on murder is applied ethics. So you giving, wait, you giving like a set of applied ethics doesn't actually answer the question of, or give an example of normative ethics or when you're referring to a set.
Actually, it does because literally, like, nomadic ethics just investigates how we act morally, what can be considered right or wrong to follow. Wait. So I can give the definition for right and what is right, like in this context.
I'm sure we agree that
Or
something
legal,
right.
or legal justify, etc. Right? We apply our ethical stances, and then we can use the action or the methodology for this set applied ethics shit to then gain a normative debate to debate on whether that is good or wrong. So that set about murder is still fucking a normative debate mention thing. That's a set that's actually being exempt because we're debating
Wait,
it's right or wrong.
I gotta,
You're doing
I got,
contradicting the
wait,
fucking definition.
I
And
can't.
if you're gonna just try and apply this a connotation, that's just gonna be some form of fucking sophistry because there's no other definition of normative ethics there is.
Wait, so I got a question. Are you just saying since, like, for example, the topic of murder, we're applying our normative views onto, like, towards the said thing, therefore it's going to be some sort of set of normative ethics?
No, I'll just
What do
clarify what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not I'm saying that we can apply the ethics, but rather it just becomes or rather, we just apply our ethics, right? We apply our ethical views to then see which is right or wrong, right? And via this, right, it becomes normative because it's debating which viewpoint is right or wrong, not necessarily how we apply our own to come. It's not necessarily saying that applied ethics would automatically become that, like you're suggesting. I'm suggesting that because their stance is about right or wrong within the internal states of affair of this like said topic, right? We're debating upon that, so that basically just fits the criteria for what normative ethics is. So that example
No,
set.
no, it doesn't. So a normative ethics topic would just refer to debating on uh what we would consider or like our qualifications for something being good or bad. Applied
Yes,
ethics
that's
doesn't.
basically what it
Wait.
is. And which is what's
Chill,
right. So you're
chill,
basically
chillio.
repeating what I
Wait.
said. You like this out point.
Boy. Wait, I'm not finished. Bringing up an applied ethics such as murder, that's not comparing two different types of normative ethics. You're trying to apply your normative ethics to that. But when we compare normative ethics, we're going, okay, which is more intuitive and which one more corresponds with our reality. Murder just is applying those said things. They're not the same thing. I feel like you're conflating the two.
What do you mean by applying those things? No. So, do you know what applied ethics is, right? It's
Yeah, I've
how we
already said, but
analyze this issue, right? But normative ethics is how we come to the conclusion to consider what about is right or wrong. Like, we're debating about, like, say, for example, in this specific set, we are having this debate about what is right or wrong. I included that this dialectic about being about murder within this specific set about murder, right? It's gonna be about right or wrong, right? Murder, right? Yeah, of course, murder fucking corresponds to reality. I don't know why you fucking brought that up, right? It corresponds to reality, right? Yeah, that's
you're
fully
not tracking
that.
though.
But what do you mean I'm not tracking? Go ahead, justify that.
Yeah, so obviously murder corresponds to with reality, but when I said that, I wasn't in reference to murder. I was in reference to normative views, like for example, utilitarianism. Since it's intuitive, it applies to reality. So I never brought up murder. That was way after or way before. I don't
Okay,
know.
you brought up murder. You mentioned a bunch of things. You also brought up murder. So now you're just shifting the goal.
I agree. I brought up murder, but that was
Okay. No,
in
you
reference
brought
to
up
another
that
point.
word. No, that was not a reference to the other point. You were referencing it.
Yes,
See
it
how, of
was.
course, you were mentioning our views about murder as well. Our views about murder corresponds to the fucking reality about murder. Blah 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 blah. That shit. So you want to back? That's fine. That's fine,
No,
man.
you're not tracking. I brought up murder to talk.
So, Go ahead, name that point.
No,
Go
you
ahead,
stop. You stop talking. I don't know
name
why
that point.
you're like interjecting.
Name that
So
point.
I'm just gonna
Name that
clarify
point.
what I was saying. So what I was arguing originally that normative ethics. Join. What's that? Doma fact. What's good? Doma facts. Uh, what's it called? When I was in reference to, I said normative ethics is just comparing different conclusions or how we reach conclusions to what's good and bad, and by going through like what's intuitive and what corresponds with reality. I said applied ethics such as murder is applying these things to um a certain topic or a certain issue. So no, you didn't track at all.
So yeah, we're up into the fucking debate. We're analyzing the substances which we can use to figure out how to get to the fucking conclusion. You retard. Gosh, that would basically just be a fucking normative fucking debate because we're reaching the conclusion by the substance to form that fucking synthesis, retard. And you still agreed to mentioning how we can apply murder to reality. So I was right. You're just claiming I'm fucking just not tracking, whilst also just saying the same thing I'm saying. So that's kind of like retarded of you.
Yeah, I don't know why this man's being bad faith, but yeah, we can conclude you just went circular.
Yeah, sure, we can
What's
go.
it? What was this topic?
It was supposed to be abortion, but I asked him what's his normative ethics view, and he went on some jamble. I don't even remember.
Just keep in mind you also went off with the fucking point. But yeah, sure, we can conclude, man. We can conclude. I don't care about that.
We can save this. Save.